Alright guys, hey, it is Zach again for the second Apple iPad review, and the reason I'm doing a second is I went back and watched my first Apple iPad review and realized I screwed up a bit. Some of the features I had said did something which it totally did not, and while I was speaking I just was at a loss for words and was doing some things wrong because I just was not prepared to do the Apple iPad review. So this one should be a little more, it's going to correct some of the things I said that were wrong, and then we're going to go in a little further in some of the more web-based side of the Apple iPad. This should give you guys a little more, a little better idea of how the web-based portion of the Apple iPad is. So we'll turn it on, and all you do is just slide it. And that's, of course, everything that we've been doing. We went to the search bar yesterday, and we basically showed you how that is. Now, one of the things I wanted to get out of the way and fix is this portion right here. If you recall, I had said this button is a lock button. You push it down and it locks it, and you push it up and it unlocks. It really is. But what I said it did was you locked it and your files were safe. No. As you can tell, when I unlock it, there's this little twirly thing. If we twirl it this way, the iPad turns this way. We can turn it this way, it turns. What this does is it allows you to turn the iPad and it still work whichever way you want to turn it. When we lock it, notice the lock feature inside the turn. Well, now when we try to turn now, it won't turn. We'll try to turn anyway, and it will not turn. This lock feature locks basically the iPad from turning. That's all it is. It does not save any files, like I was saying. I don't actually know what I was saying when I did it, but obviously I was totally wrong. I don't know why I did it that way, but it does. And when you lock it, there will be a locked icon right there, and when you unlock it, it will go away. So that's the lock feature. I wanted to get that out of the way now. So now that we got that, that was one of the major issues I had yesterday, and I really need to get out of the way. Now what I really want to go off is on Safari. Safari is a great web-based product, and you can obviously view great websites. Here, this website, Angel's Wings Virtual, is a virtual airline for the Flight Simulator X experience. One of the features, however, that does not show up is obviously right here. This says Get Adobe Flash Player. It does not, as I was talking yesterday, any Apple product besides the iMac does not have Flash. And that being said, Steve Jobs had talked about why he doesn't incorporate that. So that's the real reason. It's because it's a second company and he doesn't want to deal with all that stuff. So let me zoom in a bit here. We'll get the light out of the way there. I'm sorry. We'll zoom in. That way I can kind of do what I need to do. Now, we can zoom in, we can zoom down, we can obviously zoom in on some photos when we need. We can come up, look at some of the text in a bigger way. We can close it up. It's a whole lot better than what you had originally gotten from the original version. Now this is the Safari version, and you can obviously browse to any site you also need by going up to the top, closing that out. And let's go to CNN.com. Here, we'll go to CNN.com, we'll click go. And you can see CNN loads up perfectly fine, and we can look at any of the text we need. We can view some of the top stories, and even the video player works perfectly. And that's a great thing. Some of the older websites, as we saw on the last site, Flash was not active, so some of its features were not working. So that's CNN, and you can basically do that with any other site. You can come up here. You can also do a Google search for basically anything. If I wanted to do a Google search for YouTube, I could search it, and it'd take me to the Google search for YouTube. Basically, the Safari app's a whole lot better than it originally was. You can now do a whole lot more stuff, and it's redesigned as a whole lot more user-friendly. In fact, a lot of people that own an iPad and a computer, whether it's a PC or a Mac, have been known to use the iPad for more web surfing when basically, YouTube videos or regular searches or just anything web-based they would do on their iPad, and then their computer is now used for more of the graphic design, such as if they had a website. They do most of the website or editing of a YouTube video on their computer, but their iPad is more their Google searches now. So the iPad overall has gotten a whole lot more attention than I originally planned it would when it first came out. So that's basically what I do. I apologize for it being zoomed in as much as it is. There we go. So that's what the iPad is. It's a whole lot better than it was than previously expected. Like I said, more people are using the iPad for their everyday stuff, and their computers are now more for their graphic design for websites or for basically editing videos. But the computers are being used a whole lot less than the Apple iPad is now. So overall, my overall review for the Apple iPad would be not that bad. We'll zoom out here and get my face in, sorry. The overall review for the Apple iPad isn't that bad. It's very user-friendly, very easily to transport. Like I said on yesterday's video, it's about ½ an inch wide, but with this accessory it's about an inch wide. You can obviously buy more accessories like this. It's very user-friendly. I cannot say that enough. And almost anyone can use this. It's as simple as anything. If you've ever owned an iPod or an iTouch, this is just basically a bigger version of it. Besides that, this is basically revolutionizing the way of technology, and if you own a website, you need to find a way to get Flash off of it, because we found out Apple will not install Flash. Probably the biggest feature it is lacking, however, is a camera. And I know a lot of people have been talking about that. Besides Flash, Flash is obviously the #1 thing they need to install. But besides that, probably the biggest thing they are lacking is a camera. And we've noticed on the latest iNano, the Nano now has a camera. So we could see a camera on the way for the iPad and a few later versions. But besides missing Flash and missing a camera, this actually is not that bad a product. It is revolutionizing the way some people are web browsing. Like I said, more of the web-based side is now on the computer, and this is taking over as just your browsing utilities. Besides that, if you have any more Apple reviews, any tech reviews, let me know on my channel comments, and of course go check out my vlog channel, youtube.com/Seek360. I hope you had a great day. We'll see you back here next time. Bye.